Most fighters leave the ring on a stretcher or hang on too long, broken, and chasing one last paycheck. But Terence "Bud" Crawford just pulled off what may be the greatest heist in combat sports history. He didn't just defeat 42 opponents, he beat the system itself. As news broke without warning that the undefeated 5-division world champion was walking away at the absolute peak of his powers with no decline. No humiliating loss to a younger lion, just a clean and deliberate exit.
I want to thank Red, Saul, Chet, Bernard, Dr. Conroy, Steven, Paulina, Shakur, Denise. I want to thank Julie. I want to thank Jessica, Ish, most importantly, my brother. I want to thank Harrison, my brother. I want to thank everybody that had a part in making this a success. Mama, Grandma, we made it. We made it. You know, it's been a journey, you know? It's been a journey. I remember, like it was yesterday, I went to quit boxing. You know, it was getting to the point where I didn't enjoy it no more. I didn't love it no more. And Bomac, you know, he always, hey, don't worry about it, man. Just keep going. It's gonna all pay off one day. And I'm like, man, fuck boxing. But them having the faith in me and keeping me on the narrow arrow, you know, is what y'all.
While the internet exploded with debates about where he ranks among the all-time greats, one reaction rose above the noise, not from a promoter spinning a narrative or a rival throwing shots, but from Andre Ward, the last American great to retire with his undefeated record intact. Ward didn't just congratulate Crawford on the belts, he validated the escape, because he knows what it takes to walk away when the world begs you to stay. His message exposed a darker truth about boxing that fans rarely consider. This wasn't just a retirement, it was a survival story.
I'm not surprised that Crawford's retiring at all. You know, he's talked about it before in the past, and certainly there's no better way to go, right, than to walk away from the sport, a sport that retires too many people on sports terms, and to go out after beating Canelo Alvarez in the biggest fight in a long time in a stadium is storybook stuff. So I'm not surprised he's retiring. I am surprised by the timing of it. I didn't expect this to come today. You know, I thought there was a great chance he was going to fight again next year, and maybe he still will. Who knows, right? You never know with boxing retirements. So surprised in one sense and not surprised in another sense.
Andre Ward's reaction to the news was immediate and strikingly specific, as he posted a salute on Instagram that cut through the flood of generic congratulations and well wishes.
I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terence fight again. The way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way? Who you gonna fight? I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today, somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight and 2 weight classes since the Madrimov fight, my last fight. This is the perfect send-off, Roy.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Without
it's
a question.
The perfect send-off.
Salute to a real one. Bud beat one of the toughest opponents any fighter will ever face. The sport itself, a chilling line when you really unpack it, before adding, retire from boxing. Don't let boxing retire you. Words that only carry weight coming from someone who's lived in the trenches. Ward understands the sport is built to keep fighters going until they're shells of themselves, extracting every last ounce of value before discarding them. So, his salute to Crawford wasn't just praise for titles or wins, but recognition of the rarest victory of all, walking away with health and clarity intact, leaving not because of decline or injury, but because he'd conquered the game. making Ward's message less a celebration and more a relieved acknowledgement of a fellow. A warrior who escaped without becoming another casualty of the business?
I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terence fight again. The way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way? Who you gonna fight? I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today, somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight and 2 weight classes since the Madrimov fight, my last fight. This is the perfect send-off, Roy.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Terence Crawford now joins Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather Jr. in the rare club of modern legends who retired undefeated. But Crawford's achievement is extraordinary walking. Away at 42-0 across 5 weight divisions in the 4-belt era, perfectly preserving his legacy. Like Ward, he resisted the temptation of one more fight, proving that mastery and timing can be as defining as victories and Ward's salute marks. Him, as part of an elite, perfection-driven fraternity.
I can tell you some of them. Gene Tunney was the first guy. It's not that he was undefeated, but he was light heavyweight who moved up to heavyweight, beat Jack Dempsey, beat him in a rematch, walked away on top, right? Rocky Marciano walked away on top. Lennox Lewis walked away on top. Joe Calzaghe walked away on top. But I don't know, Eder Joffrey, a guy who not a lot of people know about anymore, but who was one of the greatest fighters ever, walked away after a loss where he got ripped off, came back years later in another division, reeled off about 27 wins, won another title in a heavier division, and then walked away on top. But I don't know that anyone has done it quite like Terence Crawford, because Lennox Lewis, Andre Ward walked away on top after beating Kovalev. Maybe Andre came closest to doing what Crawford just did, if he doesn't come back and if Crawford stays retired. But Lennox really struggled with Vitaly Klitschko. And he looked at Vladimir Klitschko and thought, I think I can do it. I believe I can do it if I make myself get into that level of shape. I don't want to do that anymore. You know, like an American football player who says, I just don't want to run through that brick wall anymore. But the question really is, can you still do that if you think you don't want to anymore? So a wise man says, I don't want to find out. I'm going to retire. Andre Ward, I think it was the same thing after Kovalev. Like he could look at Beterbiev, a few other guys, and go, yeah, I could do it, but oh my God, that's going to be hell. And I put myself through hell for this many years already. I don't want to do it anymore.
If you've followed boxing media in recent years, you know Andre Ward has long acted as Crawford's shield against critics, often defending his resume on his show All the Smoke, including a famous heated debate with Mark Creel, where Ward passionately argued that the media was unfairly pushing the narrative that Crawford hadn't faced tough competition.
Talk to you, right? So I'll use Terence Crawford as an example. And I'm not gonna name names, but I'm gonna just speak generally. A lot of people were wrong about him. Bob has his opinion about, I'm not looking at the books, I can't speak on what he lost, I can't speak on that, but I'm saying him not being a draw, you know, talking about his personality, you know, and not realizing this dude's story, which you detailed in great detail this whole time at ESPN, but not having the wherewithal to say, man, maybe he's not very talkative because of what he's coming from, and there's a trust thing. So let me do a little work to try to build this.
Recognized Crawford's greatness long before the world did, defending him against critics and seeing his unmatched skill firsthand in sparring. Crawford's power, precision, and fight IQ were undeniable. Ward's salute isn't just professional respect, it's validation from someone who experienced Crawford's talent up close and knew he could dominate a career without ever being broken.
You spar how you fight. And if I'm in there just doing this, catch, then when the fight come and everything is full blast, full speed, I'm not gonna be able to keep up because I didn't train that way.
Right.
I can hit the bag, I can hit the miss, all that I want, but nothing's coming back.
Right.
I'm not feeling that presence of a person pushing me, hitting me, holding me. things like that. So sparring is very important. And not saying that you have to, go hard every single time you spar, but there got to be days where, that fighter is trying to put it on you, because now you're getting used to that. And now your body is getting in shape to withstand the rounds, the time, the grappling, the holding, the hitting, all that. So you need that.
How do you judge when you're doing too much hard sparring?
Your body will tell you. I'm a firm believer in listening to my body. So I've been doing this a long time. My coaches, they've been doing this just as long or longer, or Bomag longer. Well, we all started, this journey on when I was 2008 when I turned pro. So they've been around me since I was a kid. So they know when my body is breaking down or when I'm complaining about something. Bo would be like, all right, well, we're going to do this.
Timing of Crawford's retirement is the ultimate mic drop. He's walking away fresh off a historic victory over Canelo Alvarez, becoming an undisputed champion in a third weight class, which makes Ward's beat the sport comment even more powerful. Most fighters would chase a rematch or cash grab, but Crawford treated Canelo as the final boss, using tactical brilliance to overcome the size difference with pure skill. Perfectly embodying the hit and don't get hit philosophy he shares with Ward. By retiring immediately at his peak, Crawford froze his legacy at its absolute highest point, never giving the sport a chance to humble him.